Hello, everyone. Okay, this is a redo of a video that I originally did back in like 2019 on May 24th, 2019. And I accidentally deleted the video, so I want to redo this video all over again, okay? And let's see if I can do it better this time than I did before. Okay, what this video is it's everything that I noted. It's things I noticed that are wrong with a certain live action movie, which I'm not going to say the name of, but it's going to become kind of obvious what I'm talking about here as the video goes on. Okay, now I want you guys to think back to about the early 2000s. Okay, about 2002 to about 2007. Okay? Okay, good. Now, do you guys remember watching a show on, say, the Disney Channel about about someone who literally saves the world from bad guys? Mm-hmm. I think you can kind of figure out where I'm going with this. But some of the things I mentioned in this video that I noticed that are wrong with this movie, I think it's going to kind of give away what I'm talking about. And again, I want you to keep in mind this movie came out in 2019 and it was on Disney, and I think it is currently available to buy on DVD. I think, and it is currently available on Disney Plus. Mm-hmm. Okay, I might as well just come out and say it. Okay, it's things I noticed that are wrong with the live action Kim Possible movie. Yes, I know what I just said. I know. But keep in mind, I wanted to redo this video already. I already wanted to redo this video because I kind of screwed it up before, and I figured redoing it would probably be a better idea. So anyway, let's get to our first problem this first thing I noticed. I noticed that Professor Dementor's outfit is the wrong color. I think it was like blue or purple or something, and if I remember correctly, it was supposed to be red. No, this is like orange, I think. Basically the color of these sheets right here. Pretty much, yeah. And I'm not sure if this was a mistake or if this was like, like the person they hired, the person they picked to play Wade in the movie, but Wade reroutes Dementor's pod to the police station. Because Dementor was, as you remember, he was a criminal, who, by the way, was voiced by Patton Oswalt, if you remember right. And yes, Patton Oswalt actually played him in the movie, so that was really, kind of nice of him to do that. Now this one, I don't know how they screwed this up. I really don't, people. Get this. Bonnie said this is a soccer school. Um, Correct me if I'm wrong here, people, and I could be, but wasn't Kim on the cheerleading squad? Hmm. And didn't they have like football at Middleton High? Hmm. Yeah, just saying. And this one, I don't know why they even included this scene. It's really kind of pointless. But Kim tries out for the soccer team and ends up, not being as good as she thinks she is, even though her motto is, "I can do anything." Mm-hmm. Yeah. So anyway, oh boy, Disney, I want to know what you were thinking with this little mistake. Okay, you decided to make the communicator she has, this little like necklace thing around her neck instead of her being actually able to hold it in her hand like she's supposed to do. Yeah. And this one, oh my god. How did you screw this up? Draken's skin only had like a few like blue veins in it instead of it actually being blue. You really couldn't do anything with that. Just saying. Just saying. Now, how'd you get this little one wrong? Mr. Barkin is almost bald. I'm sorry, but I wasn't aware that a guy who had a buzz cut and basically was being kind of like a drill sergeant was almost bald and a little bit heavy set. And the guy in the series was voiced by Patrick Warburton. Again, he's awesome. At least I think he is. Now, if you guys have your own opinion, perfectly fine with that. Mm-hmm. But the guy they picked to play him in the movie, Mr. Barkin, I mean, he was like almost bald, a little bit heavy, and he had this thing for cats, for a cat that he probably had. I don't know. Now, this wasn't a mistake that I caught, but I just thought it a little bit, kind of bizarre. They introduced a new character named Athena. I don't know why she was even in the movie. I mean, think about it. Originally I thought she was going to be something like, what Monique was in the series, I guess. I don't know. Oh, boy. Now, this I cannot comprehend no matter how hard I try. Athena dons Kim's season 4 look, and I don't really understand why. I don't get it. Now, this was an obvious mistake that I'm pretty sure almost anyone who remembers the series would have caught. I caught it, and I don't know why in the heck they did it. Rufus is at an underground institute. If anybody who watched the series can please correct me here, and I might be misremembering this. I may be misremembering this, but didn't Ron find Rufus at like the Smarty Mart or whatever store they called it? I could be wrong about that, Now, I don't really understand what this is all about, but Zircadium? I mean, did Draken need it to, like, I don't know, power his machine or something? Now, I'm pretty sure I didn't know. I'm pretty sure I'm misremembering this, but Kim's grandma knows that she more or less saves the world and when Athena gets to be better than she is at things, her grandmother decides to console her because, she's probably feeling a little down in the dumps. So again, if that's a mistake or something, or if somebody can, correct me on this, I really kind of appreciate that. And then this one, how did no one see this coming? Athena works for Draken, really? But wait a minute. How did he make her look practically human, have a human type voice, and yet she never once showed any signs of showing that she was a cyborg, android? I don't know. Now this part, I cannot figure out what in the world Draken was thinking in this part. Anyway, once he's got the spark that he thinks Kim has, as to why his plans always fail. Probably because, and the reason why his plans probably fail is because he's kind of an idiot. At least I guess that's why. Draken transfers the Kim's spark to him. And he made him transfer. Yeah, hang on, let me try this again. Draken transfers that Kim's spark to himself and made himself a kid again, and he realized his plans were foiled. Okay, how does that work? How would that work really? I mean, really. And, wait a minute. Wait. I just realized something. If Draken's a kid again in the movie, wouldn't that mean he has to go back to like elementary school or something? Or was that a reference to A Stitch in Time? I just thought of that. So anyway, you're probably wondering, what is my final grade for this movie, with all these mistakes that I noticed? Well, originally when I made this video, I gave it a B minus, because I thought, it was pretty good and, all that stuff. But after thinking about it for a while, let's just say that B got changed to a C. So it's a C minus for the movie. It's kind of middle of the road, and doesn't really make it makes some sense, because of the world it's in, but other parts it does not. So guys, if you've seen this movie, what are your thoughts on it? And if you haven't, and you remember the series, and you more or less think this movie might have a chance, go and let me know what you thought of it. Okay? And guys, till next time.